everybody, and welcome back to our English grammar lessons. Today we're going to talk about a topic that isn't often explained on grammar books, on tutorials, on YouTube or whatever, but actually this is a form which is very used and very widespread in English. And I'm talking about the causative forms. I'm talking about the causative verbs. What does it mean? What is a causative form? Well, the definition we get in a grammar book is that causative verbs are verbs that show the reason that something happened. Show the reason that something happened. What does it mean? It means that the subject got somebody to do something for them. Or eventually the subject gets something to be done. Okay? For this reason, we have two possible forms, okay? And these two possible forms are either active or passive. We're going to see two examples now and the possible forms, and then we're going to explain which causative verbs we actually have, okay? And what is the meaning, what is the difference between one and the other. So, first example, active form, okay, with the verb to have as a causative verb. I had John fix the car. The meaning is that I asked John to fix the car and he did it for me, basically. So this isn't his initiative. He didn't do that because he wanted to do that, but because I made him do something, because I asked him to do something, okay? So it was me inducing him to do something, causing him to do something. This is why it is a causative form, okay? So let's see the form in detail. So first of all, we got the subject, obviously I in this case, then we have the causative verb, this is have, in this case it's simple past, could be any form. Then we have the agent. Okay, the agent, which is the person, who is the person in this case that is going to actually perform the action I'm asking him to do. And so the agent is John in this case. Then we have the action, the real action, and it is in the base form, which means in infinitive without preposition to. And finally, the object. The car is my object. This is an active form. Let's see another example. Okay, well, Mark had, so we can use the verb to have again. Mark had his sister, okay, do her homework. It means that his sister, that Mark's sister, didn't want to do her homework by herself. It wasn't her decision, it wasn't her initiative, but Mark induced her, caused her to do her homework, okay? So, also in this case, the subject, okay, got somebody, the sister, actually, to do something. In this case, not for him, for her, but anyway, the situation is quite clear. And also in this case, Mark is the subject, had, again, his sister is the agent, obviously, and do, the homework, do, is the action in the base form, so again, infinitive without to. Her homework is the object, okay? So, when we have a passive form, we don't have the agent, okay? The agent isn't expressed at all. So in the example we had before about the car being fixed, we can have I had the car fixed. In this case, we have no agent expressed. We don't know who fixed the car. It's not important. What is important is that I, okay, caused, provoked my car to be fixed. Okay, so also in this case the subject is the same as above, so it's the same as before, I, okay, and again the causative verb is the same, which is have, always simple past. Also in this case the object is always the car, but we put it right away here. And at the end of the sentence we have the verb, the action, okay? But pay attention, it's not a base form anymore, okay? It's not an infinitive anymore, but it is a past participle, okay? In this case, you may notice I have no agent, okay? The structure is actually quite different. The first part is the same, subject and causative verb, subject and causative verb also for the passive form, but the second part of the sentence is completely different. Okay, I don't have the agent in the passive form, I have the object right after the causative verb, and then I have the action at the end. In the active form it was base form, and in the passive form it was past participle. Let's think about the example I made before for a moment. Mark having his sister okay, do her homework. In this case, the agent, the sister, can't exist anymore in the passive form. She doesn't exist anymore. So also the meaning of the sentence may change. If I say Mark, always the same subject, had same causative verb, his homework done. Okay, in this case it's not about her homework, it's not about an agent, it's about another object, okay, because he caused his homework to be done. I don't know if anyone else probably did them for him. Okay, so it is a completely different form. Now, obviously, in this case, we use the causative verb, which is quite neutral, okay? Because have in this case means that I'm inducing someone to do something, I'm causing someone to do something, but I'm not forcing him in any way. But there are different causative verbs with different meanings, okay, and different nuances of meanings. Let's see which causative verbs exist, actually. So first of all, have, okay, we've seen the examples, obviously. Then let. Let means allow, permit, okay? So if I say I let John fix the car, it means something different. It means that I am extremely jealous of my car, and it was a sort of a privilege that John had to fix it. Okay, so it changes completely the meaning of the sentence. Okay, and or I can use another example. I don't know. I let John again, or my sister, or my mother, or my husband, I let my husband walk my dog, okay? It means that I'm very jealous of my dog, okay, and I gave the permission to walk him, okay? This is a privilege, so it's completely different meaning, okay? Same goes for the passive form, obviously. Then make. Make in this case means to force someone to do something. If I say I made John fix the car, okay, it means that I forced him to do that. He didn't want to, but I gave him no other options, okay? He had to do that for me, okay? So it's something I am forcing someone to do, okay? Or I force to be done, okay, for the passive action, obviously. Then again, get, and remember that our get, that has many forms and many different uses and many different meanings, may be used as a causative verb with a base form without to, but it can also be used with an infinitive form with to, okay? So to and the base form. So I have someone to fix my car or to walk my dog or whatever. And finally, help. Help obviously means that I give some support, okay, to someone in order to do something, okay? So this is the structure of the causative verbs, of the causative forms. Active forms, subject and causative verb. Same goes for the passive form, subject and causative verbs, they're the same. But in the active form I got an agent, in the passive form I got no agent. In the active form, I have the base form and a final object. base form obviously of the action and then final object. In the passive form I got the object straight away and then the action at the end of the sentence in the past participle. So this is the structure, very short explanation of causative forms, of causative verbs. If you have any doubts, please just leave me a comment or ask me below in the comments here on YouTube. And if you like my explanation, please subscribe my channel and please share my videos. The more we are, the better we can work together. Thank you very much and see you again very soon with English grammar lesson. Bye!